Hello, everybody. Welcome to NASCAR Now. Mike Massaro here alongside my drafting partner, Ricky Craven. I'm going to send you back out to the racetrack momentarily to hear from the Nationwide Series pole sitter. But first, here's what's coming up on tonight's show. With Talladega behind them, there's some separation between Brad Keselowski, Jimmie Johnson, and the rest of the Chase field. We'll hear from the championship leaders. Kane is trying to claw his way to the top. He took home the checkers last time we were in Charlotte. What will a Charlotte double do for Kane's championship chances? And we'll check in with Danica Patrick, driving for a cause this weekend and working her way towards a full-time Cup ride in 2013. All ahead on NASCAR Now.
NASCAR Now is presented by Wrangler.
Brad, the guy who led the second most laps but was trailing Jimmie Johnson heading into the final pit stops, wrestled the lead away from the five-time champ. Chase win #1, Chicagoland to Brad Keselowski. Hamlin wins it by 2.5 seconds over Jimmie Johnson. Another win in 2012. Brad Keselowski wins at Dover.
Jimmie Johnson manages to get a fourth-place finish out of it.
And a huge wreck to end this race. And one of the championship drivers got through. Which ones didn't?
Brad Keselowski is looking for his first Sprint Cup Series championship in just his second Chase appearance. He has 2 wins in his first 4 races, despite leading fewer than 100 laps. But look out for 5-time Jimmie Johnson. His average finish 6.2, second best only to Brad K. Much more on the championship chase in just a moment. But first, let's go back out to the racetrack and check in with our Marty Smith, who's catching up with our Nationwide Series pole sitter, Elliot Sadler.
That's right, Mike. I'm here with Elliot. Elliot, congratulations on the pole. You're in the middle of a championship hunt here. How important is it for you to earn this pole and start up front tonight?
Well, not to dilute the championship, but this race tonight is so personal to me and my family. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We painted the start-finish line last week pink. We got pink on the race car, pink fire suit. They were all auctioning off after the race. My mom is here with me. It's a very emotional, special weekend for us. So for us to sit on the pole is a great first step to our goal, and that's winning the race tonight. They even have a trophy here tonight that's got a pink outline around it. So our #1 goal, not to put the championship on the back burner. I'm not diluting that at all, but with my family here tonight, if we can win this race, it will mean more to me than anything. That's
interesting to me because you've voiced to me many times that you step back to the Nationwide Series for one goal, and that is to win a championship. That really speaks to how important this evening is for you.
Well, if we win the race, we get the most points, right? It's, Jimmie Johnson set such a great example on how you can win races during the chase and still win the championship. You can be aggressive, but be cautious too and not put yourself in tough situations. And I've learned a lot from that. And I've learned how people can do it and be successful doing that. And we can still win races and be aggressive and not tear our equipment up and still be where we need to be when we get to Homestead. And we're going to start doing that again here tonight in Charlotte.
We wish you will. Congratulations on the pole. Mike?
Thank you, Marty. What a remarkable year it's already been for Elliot Sadler, but far from over. Still 5 races remaining in the midst of a very tough championship battle for this nationwide title with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. How do you see it playing out?
It's an interesting combination here because you've got the experience with Elliot Sadler in that, there's certain advantages to that. And then you have sort of the carefree approach that goes along with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And I think, Mike, that in the end, it just comes down to who can put down a string of those top 5s. It's not going to be a championship that's decided by managing your bad days or, how many DNFs. It's going to be about pure, raw speed. Each of these guys can win at any one of these tracks left on the schedule. I still see Ricky Stenhouse as the favorite because, there's certain momentum that goes with having won the championship last year and knowing that, look, I'm headed to Cup regardless of how my year turns out this year. And that's a big boost.
And of course, no disrespect for the Nationwide Series, but the championship that everybody's looking at right now, that's for the Sprint Cup Series title. And we've got quite a battle brewing there. We head back out to the racetrack and check in with Marty Smith. And Marty, right now, there's a breakaway atop the standings right now. What are these guys saying heading into Charlotte?
Well, Mike, certainly I would presume that those from 4th through 12th in the standings, from Casey Kane down to Matt Kenseth, would certainly beg to differ. But most folks feel like this is a three-man race at this point. Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, and Denny Hamlin. Those three are separated by just 23 points. All of them discussed this weekend that dynamic of who they're racing for this championship.
There's certainly a lot of great cars in the field. I'm sure the 11 and the 5 are going to run really well here this weekend, and I've been looking at Jeff Gordon. He's ran really well over this stretch as well. So, nothing's going to be given to us, that's for sure.
And then there's 6-time Charlotte winner Jimmy Johnson, whose magic during the chase has produced 5 championships. It's not lost on him, however, that Keselowski has outrun him 11 times in the past 15 races.
I'm well aware of the fact they've won 2 of these 4 chase races, and they've been very competitive. And they have shown that strength throughout the year and have been building. Then I look at a few tracks that historically aren't good for them and hope to get points on them there. Plus, I feel like we can race them heads up. I mean, we've been nip and tuck through all these events, and you've got to bring your best stuff out right now. And that's what the chase is about.
Johnson basically set the standard for how teams approach the chase with his 5 consecutive championship run. And one reason he was so successful and continues to be, for that matter, is his relationship with crew chief Chad Knaus, which has had its highs and it's had some pretty substantial lows throughout the years. The way that they've learned to redefine that relationship has helped them continue to be great on the racetrack. And if you ask around the garage, Mike, as I know you do on a weekly basis, when you ask who folks compare to Chad Knaus and Jimmy Johnson from a chemistry perspective, a lot of them say Brad Keselowski and his crew chief, Paul Wolfe.
Yeah, no doubt. I am indeed hearing the same thing, Marty. Good stuff. Appreciate it. Now, folks, you miss out. You don't get to go to lunch with Ricky and I, and we have some pretty good conversations there. One thing you told me during lunch, Ricky, talking about the 2 team, is you feel like they're taking a bit of an unconventional approach to this chase. What do you mean?
What they also miss out on is I always end up buying. But the fact of the matter is it is a little bit unconventional. If you think about Jimmy Johnson, Chad Knaus, and their history and their success, a lot of it is based on reference. So they have cars that they run well with. Maybe they'll line those cars up, get a fleet ready for the chase. That's kind of a common approach for most teams and drivers. For example, Jimmy's got the car that he won the All-Star race with in May. That's the car he's going to be driving tomorrow night at Charlotte. But the 2 team, they bring new cars consistently, and they're not afraid to come back to a track they've had success with a brand new car that most would consider untested, a little risky. It speaks to the carefree approach that Brad brings to the racetrack, but specifically the confidence that he has in Paul Wolfe and the confidence that Paul Wolfe has in the organization. You know, I can tell you that there is comfort and confidence knowing what you're sitting in. I've won with this car. But that's the conventional way. Brad seems to sort of go against the grain in several ways, and that's why he's fun to watch.
On the other side of the coin, you got Jimmy Johnson. He's won in a lot of cars.
Yeah.
In fact, he's won 20 chase races, yet none so far this chase. Surprised at all by that?
Well, not necessarily surprised, but I think it's a bit concerning for the competition. When you look at Jimmy Johnson's body of work in September, October, November, he has no equal. He separated himself from all others in these 3 months, and it suggests to me that they could win 1, 2, maybe 3 of these next 6 races. I mean, it's scary, but it's reasonable. If you look at Jimmy's next 3 races, he's got 14 wins at those tracks. By comparison, Brad has 1. Now, I know Jimmy's been racing longer, but still, it's 14 wins is more than a lot of drivers have in their career. That's what he's got at the next 3 tracks in the chase.
Yeah, not scary for me or you, but definitely for those guys trying to beat him in the championship chase. Folks, don't go away. We still have plenty left under the hood. We've talked about the guys at the top of the championship standings, but what about Casey Kane? A repeat Charlotte performance will have him right back in the hunt, or will it? If it weren't for a stuck throttle at the chase opener, Jeff Gordon would be right in the hunt. What's the 4-time champ saying about his chase chances? And it's been an interesting first full season in stock car racing for Danica Patrick. We'll check in with the GoDaddy girl ahead on NASCAR Now.
NASCAR Now is presented by Wrangler. Real, comfortable jeans.
Here we go down the backstretch.
straightaway. Casey Kane up against the outside wall. Hamlin again goes to the bottom. Casey Kane all the way to the outside retaining wall.
The Quaker State Chevrolets out front.
Stay focused here, stay focused.
Casey Kane now, he'll get his first win of 2012. His first win for Rick Hendrick, and for the third time, he has claimed the Coca-Cola 600 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
We did it, guys! Woo! Awesome job tonight. Congratulations, buddy, great job. Thanks, Mr. Hendrick. Man, great job tonight, guys. I'm proud of you guys on pit road, man. Y'all did a heck of a job, man. That was great.
Casey Kane had a 5-star performance at Charlotte this year. That win was his first with Hendrick Motorsports, and it came in his 300th career Sprint Cup Series start. He has been victorious 4 times in just 17 starts at Charlotte, his most wins at any track, and tied for the 3rd most among active drivers. And with the success he's had in Charlotte, why not have a party? Celebrating their partnership with Time Warner Cable, Hendrick Motorsports unveiled this week's paint scheme, complete with an incredible Duff Goldman cake replicating Casey's race car. Absolutely amazing, Ricky. Look at that cake.
It's amazing, but if he keeps doing that, it's not going to pass inspection.
Oh, we now go back out to the racetrack. Marty Smith is with us once again. And Marty, Casey, 4th in the standings and now heads to a track where he's been very strong. How's he looking at his chase chances with 6 to go?
Well, first of all, Mike, I was there. I saw that cake. I never seen a cake like that. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. They don't make cakes like that where I'm from. It was fantastic. If you recall, guys, at the beginning of the season, right before the season began, Rick Hendrick said to the assembled media at Hendrick Motorsports during the media tour, I expect all 4 of my teams to win, and I expect all 4 of my teams to make the chase. No pressure, right? Especially for the new guy on the block, Casey Kane. He did start the season very slowly. He had some bad luck to start the year, and then came the Coca-Cola 600 and victory lane.
I think for the team, it showed us, you know, some of the guys had worked with other drivers and maybe weren't sure how we would do at times, and so I think it was great for the team to see that we can win, that we can put together a full race. For myself, it just felt really good to get that first win with Hendrick Motorsports. You know, Mr. Hendrick's put a lot into me over the last year, and I wasn't even racing for him yet, and then to be able to start racing for him, win pretty early on, you know, felt good. I felt like I was off to a decent start, and we had a lot to get better, but, you know, I think we started off pretty good. So I think for me it was a lot of confidence. Felt good to be part of HMS, and for the team it was just, they were probably like, man, we can win races with this guy.
The fact that Hendrick Motorsports signed Kane more than a year before he could drive for them showed him a level of loyalty he certainly wanted to reciprocate. The victory at Charlotte in May validated that.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. I felt good for him, you know, because we were able to win, and he was probably wondering there, you know, and I hit the wall a couple times early in the season, and then, you know, to come back and win pretty early on, I think he was probably pretty happy about it.
For years here, of course, as you guys have noted, Jimmy Johnson just owned this place, and it was said for a while that he actually had the keys to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Well, last year Johnson was asked about having the keys, and he said, no, Casey Kane stole them. Mike?
You got to keep an eye on that kid, that's for sure. Thanks, Marty. All right, so for obvious reasons, Casey Kane is the logical choice here this weekend. What do you think? Well,
there's two components to that. Number one, it's obvious that Casey Kane likes this discipline of racetrack, and it's the most successful track of his Sprint Cup Series career, 4 wins at Charlotte. The other side of it is that Hendrick Motorsports, I think, has a little bit of an advantage, and it only takes a little bit to show up as competitive as this business is now. And when I say a bit of an advantage, what's required to win at Charlotte? Well, horsepower, handling, downforce. Hendrick Motorsports builds great engines, great cars, and has a great engineering crew. All those things make it a little bit of an advantage for Casey Kane. But think about what Marty said. Jimmy Johnson had the keys to this place. Before Jimmy Johnson had the keys, Jeff Gordon was paying rent there. He owned a place. So, I mean, this is a Hendrick Motorsports track to some degree as well.
All I heard Marty say was that Casey stole the keys. That's all I heard. He was a thief. Folks, we can't borrow time from any other show, so we got to go to break right now. Don't go away. We've got more coming up. Still ahead, Danica Patrick has always had a way of standing out. Why you won't have a hard time picking her car out of the field tonight, though, and why it's for a very good cause. And Cup Series final practice coming up immediately following NASCAR Now. You can see lots of activity in the garage already. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and NASCAR is doing its part to show support. Several cars this month will have tribute paint schemes highlighted in pink. Cole Witt, Elliot Sadler, and Denny Hamlin are just a few drivers who are on board this weekend. And another driver sporting the pink colors is Danica Patrick, and she joins us now. Danica, thanks for being with us.
No problem. Thank you.
You know, it's never hard to find your race car on the track. This week in particular, it's going to stand out. What does this cause mean to you?
This is one of those things that's affected someone in some way, everyone in some way. I have a friend who, you know, with these kinds of things and raising awareness and making money towards a cure and early detection, she discovered she had the breast cancer gene and had a double mastectomy, and you know, she was only about 24 years old. So you know, I've had some experience with it, but you know, it's just a serious subject, and we need to kick its butt.
I agree. Ricky, you've got questions for Danica.
Danica, you're closing in on the end of your first full season. I've seen a lot of progress out of you this year, but I'm curious, what would you consider your greatest challenge through 2012?
I would say my greatest challenge is just taking as much in as possible. You know, you're just working really hard and trying to learn every time I go out there, and also then learning when I'm not on the track, and you know, just speeding up the learning curve. It's a lot of work and there's a lot to take in, but you know, I think that's one challenge, and then another big one is just keeping your head up when things aren't perfect.
Danica, I know how hard you work at it, how hard you think about the job. So if you're coaching Danica Patrick, what advice would you give her going into next year?
Well, that's an interesting question. I would say that, you know, still continue with that open-mindedness and keep your confidence up and work really hard. I think continuing to do the same thing is really important, and listening and trusting people, but then also not be afraid to trust your own instincts, because that's what got you here.
All right, Danica, obviously a busy night for you. Big race in Charlotte. What are you expecting tonight? You had a pretty good run there in the spring.
Yeah, we did run well in the beginning of the year here, and we qualified third, so that was good. We were a little tight in the race, so I think the challenge is you know, how is it going to change from practice to the race? And over the last good few weeks, it's been much looser in the race, so we're just trying to sort of quantify that and put that into a setup as to what that's going to be. And you know, it would be a big honor tonight to have a really good race in this breast cancer awareness car. I'm proud to be driving for GoDaddy and for .org. They're doing their part, and I'm just glad that I get to be a part of it.
All right, we'll all be watching. Danica, we wish you the best of luck. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Don't go away, folks. Still to come, you can take a look at the 24 car inside the garage, getting ready for final practice. We'll hear from Jeff Gordon about his chase chances. The top two championship leaders getting awfully chummy in the garage. Folks, you haven't missed anything. Final practice coming up at 5:50 right after NASCAR Now. Brad Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson debriefing before they go out for their final tune-up for Saturday night. After a dramatic regular season rally to make the chase, Jeff Gordon hit a stumbling block in the opener. A hung throttle resulted in a crash and a 35th place finish. It has been an uphill climb since then, but he's been up to the task. Jeff Gordon made the chase by knocking out Kyle Busch prior to the Chicago race, but he got off to a rough start, as we mentioned. Still, top 5 finishes in the last 3 races. Despite moving up 6 spots in the standings, though, he's only made up 5 points. Jim Noble, meanwhile, caught up with him to find out how he's looking at his situation.
Yeah, listen, we can't change it. It is what it is. It is frustrating to us as well. We know it is to our fans. All we can do is try to make up for it. We know that, you know, only top 3s are, you know, they're going to do something, and they're going to help. They're going to put pressure on their competitors, but they're not going to, you know, change the outcome unless those other guys, you know, falter and make some big mistakes. So we're not wishing that on them. We're just going to race as hard as we can all the way to Homestead and see where we end up. I mean, we certainly don't count ourselves out of this championship, because a lot of things can happen. There's a lot of racing left to go, and these things can happen anywhere. But if we keep up the role that we're on, we're possibly going to be in contention in Homestead, but we're definitely going to be high up in the points.
Now, your team tells me that you have told them that if you win Saturday night, you would bust out a breakdance in Victory Lane. I'm going to give you a little room here just in case. First of all, is this true?
Well, first of all, I haven't won the race yet, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to step back.
No practicing.
You know, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on our car this weekend. They're known to do a little break dancing. So I definitely, I've been known this year to put my foot in my mouth with the mustache and a couple other things. So, yeah, I did say it, and hey, I'll try to pull out some moves if we're in Victory Lane.
Just shaking my head. Do you expect him to do a little break dance?
I think if you're a fantasy leaguer, I would take him, okay? I think it's a good omen. I think I'm challenging Jeff right now. If you do win, you need a break dance on the front stretch. Much bigger audience. It'll bring down the house.
All right. Since that Chicago opener, he's been nothing less than stellar.
Yeah.
Still, he hasn't made up a lot of ground. How do you look at his situation?
No, but he hasn't lost ground either. I mean, I think it's important to understand that he's very, very talented, and I can pound the table about Jeff's abilities and the team's abilities, but I really look back at that first race and you say, well, he's running top 5, 35th was devastating. I have a different view on that. I think that actually helped he and Alan Gustafson settle down. Now they're just sort of airing it out. A third, a second, and a second. You can't argue with the numbers. I think they got a chance, Mike.
He's got some tough tracks coming up, but he also has at least one good one. I know Martinsville's a pretty good racetrack for him. Where do you see his best opportunity of capitalizing here?
That's the great thing about Jeff Gordon. It could be any one of these tracks. Along with drivers like Tony Stewart or Jimmy Johnson, there's only a few that can win at any one of these racetracks, and that's what Jeff Gordon has for an advantage. These guys have had good momentum, Mike. It's not like they haven't been fast. It's about finishing the job, and they've done that 3 weeks in a row. He could run the tables here. He could have top 5s from here to Miami.
Well, got to get the job done once again this week. He'll have his final chance to tune up that 24 machine momentarily. Final practice on tap at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That wraps it up for us here in Bristol, Connecticut. We're going to turn it over to our broadcast crew out at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for final practice and Alan Bestwick.